I was going to say, they give it to you in a little vial.
Yeah, he was like...
It's like when they get out a kidney stone.
He's like,
a Cardney stone?
And I was like, nice. A Cardney stone.
Come on,
Damn
Tom.
it. I've walked right over that.
Cardney
Can
stone
we take
is
that
big.
again? He goes, check this out.
What is that, a Cardney stone?
Damn, did that hurt when you passed it?
It comes out of your tailpipe?
When you gassed it. Shit. I gassed a Cardney stone.
He married my sister, now we're living together. We're roommates in love.
There should be... We should use that as like transitions in the show, like a bass line.
Oh, that like transitions us into our new seg?
Into our... Maybe even into our stand-up.
That's kind of Seinfeld-y, though.
Oh... He did
Maybe
claim
what's
that.
the one that's like... Oh, that's like Doug. I'm thinking of like
Yeah.
Doug.
They did kind of like... Are there any instruments that are unused in the show transition?
Maybe we could just do like a drum. Like,
just really aggressive.
like a huge drum solo.
A really dramatic scene.
Kind of at the very end of Whiplash, where he just goes off and we do like a 9-minute segment.
For every scene.
Yes.
We just show the outside of so many buildings. Or the same building, but a bunch of different shots.
Different angles. It's all the same window. I guess they live in that window.
They're really making sure we know the next scene, it's going to happen in that apartment.
Drum solo's really long. I feel like he's really sticking it to J.K. Simmons right now.
Then it goes in, and it's you playing drums for J.K. Simmons.
God, I wish I could play the drums.
He's going, you're nothing.
If you were in a band, what would you be?
Drums would be so sick.
Drums are that's the most fun with the least stakes.
No, not true.
Oh, you thinking bass?
A drummer can fuck up everything.
So
they have to be
thinking
perfect.
bass?
I think bass. Honestly, keys are like you can kind of fuck around on the.
But
keys.
I mean, like keys are keys ever they're always kind of like they're like a tangent of the band.
Yeah, but I think a keys solo. But I'm obviously biased because that's
Tommy
what I
Keys,
played,
yeah.
Tommy Keys. But I think when someone rips a keys solo, it's never expected because you expect the guitar solo, you expect a little bass walk, but then someone rips a keys solo and you're like, "Whoa, my God, I forgot that guy existed."
Right. And then it's just some weird guy in the back of the Dave Matthews Band. You're like, damn, he's been kind of hanging out for 14 songs.
Seems like he's been.
I didn't know he had this
having to
solo in
work
his back
that
pocket
hard.
the whole time.
Yeah, I think drummer is probably a little thankless.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Low stakes. Because you're in the back, nobody's really paying attention.
No,
you can just kind of.
But you make one mistake, everyone notices.
I want to hit that. I just want to hit the.
But
I want to go off on the cymbals.
I think you have to be perfect, though.
You think?
Yeah, because they're keeping the tempo of the whole thing.
I don't know. I don't know if maybe the band clocks it, but I don't know if the lay person is clocking it.
I think if you fuck up, it's noticeable.
You think?
Yeah, I think you don't. I think it's
you
noticeable.
You be at a concert and you're going like, whoa, what's this guy doing?
I think if they fuck up, yeah, because
aren't they kind of riffing back there?
No.
They're not in there mixing it up a little
on a
bit?
drum fill, sure, but they got to be on. If you're a drummer, please write in. There's this one like cool drummer that I watch on Instagram a lot. It's like Louis something, and it might be the hardest instrument.
It's so cool though.
Yeah, I almost bought an electronic drum kit about a year ago.
Holding the thing. So fun.
Oh, when they grab it?
Yeah, it's so cool. With like some gloves.
I want to do the double foot pedal.
The double foot. Yeah. I want to
but I don't like heavy metal,
what's
though.
that called? I want to flip
the drumstick.
Jesus Christ.
You're a big wings guy. I can't believe you didn't get that.
I'm a flat guy.
Yeah.
You know I'm a flat guy.
You like removed them.
I'm like, get these. I don't know what they're called, but give me flats.
I would flip one.
These are
I don't wanna
gross.
eat it,
I could easily hit a solo with these, but I don't know what they're called. Actually, I will say the drumsticks are making a huge comeback in my life because
I'm a drums guy.
Because the drums, and this is what I've realized recently, is they can really get, they get those fried, crispy edges that the flats can't necessarily get.
Yeah.
And then you're really crunching into a wing.
A first bite of a drum, you can really pick your poison.
I mean,
you're just looking at it, you're like, where will I enter?
But
any of these are good options.
You know what the weird part about the drum is for me? There's always like that little part that's like kind of a tendon or something.
It is. I think that's exactly what it is.
And
that part sucks.
I always find that to be quite off-putting.
Well, because it's a little trick.
Yeah, because
you
you're really
think it's
getting
a nice,
and then you're like, oh, that's not coming off.
That's rubber.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where the drum is bums me out.
Well, and you can't clean a drum the way you can clean a flat.
You can really clean a flat.
Yeah, I don't. I'm a pretty embarrassing wing eater.
Man, our first date, Lizzie and I, one of our first dates, I had braces and we went for wings. And I was absolutely getting after wings. And they were just
it?
Who do you think suggested this, Tom?
Well, it seems like a crazy suggestion for someone with braces.
Well, Tom, it wasn't the best decision. I'm not saying it was top 10 Tim decisions.
Like, at least you didn't. No, you did.
No, that was 100% me. And I was like, yeah, why don't we go over to Pluckers? They had like the best blue cheese. And I really got into these wings. And it was just all in my braces. I had to take my rubber bands out to get into them.
Wow.
And this was me impressing a woman.
And look at that.
And it worked.
Fast forward 11 years.
13.
Getting married 13 years.
Getting married this month. Getting married in 23 days.
Yeah, you are.
Isn't that crazy?
Damn, that is crazy.
And everything's done.
Dude, you're giving away that we recorded the pod a day early.
Fuck. Suits at the cleaner. Suits at the tailor. So
Okay,
that'll be done.
I was saying, what happened to the suit?
Dude, we took. I tried it on. Immediately spilled wings all over.
You're
it.
eating wings again.
I was like, I'm eating drums.
God.
I'm not used to these things.
Take all these rubber bands out of the pockets before get it cleaned.
Dude, we take it to the tailor. It's this super old Italian woman. And
that's a good sign.
It was a great sign.
Yeah.
But like these people, I just want to feel joy. Oh, by the way, how's your head look?
That's okay. Not great.
Well, I can't see. Oh, I thought it would have looked better.
Yeah, me too.
Looks a little.
I'll be honest. I'm going to the doctor tomorrow. Well, today when the pod goes out, because I think so. They told me.
Wait, can I move? Can I go in closer?
Yeah. They told me they were dissolvable stitches, but they haven't fully dissolved yet, and that's worrying me.
Yeah, it almost looked better 2 weeks ago.
No.
Yeah.
No, it was like way bloodier and stuff.
Well, no, but it was like dark. It was like I thought the thing was the cut itself seemed smaller.
Yeah, it seems like there's something going on, and I'm going in tomorrow.
Well, the good news is that you only have an infection on your head.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
and
no
I only
big
have
deal.
health insurance for like 20 more days, probably.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Are you older than 26?
No.
Oh, then you're good.
Yeah, I'm 19.
Jump right back on that
I'm
rent
on my
insurance.
parents. Yeah.
You're Gucci as hell.
God, it's gonna suck.
Wait, are they really gonna strip all that away from you?
I'll probably lose my Medicaid insurance. Yeah, for sure.
So they're just stripping it away from literally everybody? You're one of those 17 mil?
Yeah.
Well, that's what you get for encouraging everybody to vote for the big, beautiful bill, Tom.
I know I shouldn't have been riding so hard for it, but it was just a good name, and I never looked into it.
It was a catchy name.
And
big,
he's so
Beautiful
convincing
Bill.
when he talks about stuff.
Everybody falls for alliteration.
Oh, my
really
God. I got a delivery that I got to buzz in. Hang on. They just won't stop calling.
I was wondering what that was. Are we going to edit this, or do I need to vamp?
I think they used to have like a delivery code or something for the building.
Oh, to be able to get in.
Yeah, now they don't.
I don't know if you want random delivery guys to have a code to your building.
I don't know. We could hang.
They're always
I
pretty
got like
chill
8
guys.
friends.
Okay, so we're back on the Cade. You're getting kicked off Cade? Are they kicking off literally everybody?
I mean, I probably will be. I got a notification about it today.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd it say?
Said,
You're fucked.
hope that wound heals up.
Wait, this is like bananas.
It's not that crazy. I mean, I knew it was gonna happen if this got passed, but it's
I
also
thought it was like
it's only
targeting like undocumented
doesn't it have to also
people.
go through the House, or did it already do that?
Well, I think it went through the House. I think the Senate was the one where we had a chance.
It went through the Senate though.
So I think it has to go back to the House.
But it will go through
and that's
the
where it's going to be easy cheese.
Tight.
You really hate when J.D. Vance is the tiebreaker vote.
Yeah, I know. And again, he's been so chill.
He's been a good guy.
I like
I didn't see
him.
this coming.
God, I will say it one more time. I would like to give him a big wedgie,
Mm-hmm.
and then a swirly and a wet willy all at the same time.
I'd like to take it. I wonder how many times you could like turn his ball sack before it would just pop right off.
That'd be nice.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like a like kind of like an orange that's not quite ready to be picked off.
Yeah. Like if I just kept spinning the sack,
Eventually it pops.
it
off.
would pop off.
Yeah.
Or at least start bleeding.
Right. Hopefully.
Something.
Internally, something would go wrong.
Wait, so this is like fucking up, like, because I guess
You're like, there's a lot of marginalized people, and Tom
and you. Well, I thought the point of it was to like target like immigrants, but they're also
No,
going
it's
after
just-
people that are like independent contractors.
Yeah, because it's like one like you're gonna have to like check in. It makes it like way harder to keep it.
Okay.
You have to like prove that you're searching for a job, which is very hard as an independent contractor to be like. It's like,
But that's like what an entrepreneur is.
Yeah.
So you don't get insurance if you're an entrepreneur.
No, I mean like that's then people will say like, well, yeah, we're not subsidizing your income because you want. I mean your healthcare because you want to pursue a dream. You know.
Boy, this is darker than I thought it was. This is just getting everybody to go get some job.
Yeah, or pay just a shit ton for.
Oh, it's gonna be a shit ton.
I mean, I'll have to pay like several hundred a month if I want it.
I would bet it's more than that.
No, it'll be like 500 probably.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's several.
What is several?
I don't know. I think it's more than 3.
So that's so literally 97 is several.
Oh, but less than. I wasn't thinking of a top perimeter.
Oh, right. Maybe like
parameter.
Perimeter is a.
Oh yeah.
Parameter is a. So I'm thinking, how about more than 3, less than 7?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I think that's what it is. Several.
8 isn't several.
8's not several.
8's a bunch.
8's a whole ton of them.
8 is
It's 4 times 2
almost
over there.
a dozen.
Well, what the hell are we even talking about? Well,
I
Tom,
don't
I
know.
hope the insurance works out.
Yeah,
I haven't had
we'll
insurance
see.
in 33 years.
Yeah, really?
I haven't been to the doctor in over a decade.
You've had insurance though. You've had jobs.
Yeah, I just don't go to the doctor.
Yeah, neither do I. So it really won't change that much.
When's the last time you've been to the doc just for a little check?
For a normal checkup,
Yeah.
unprompted.
Yeah.
I don't know when I saw my dad a few years ago.
He's like, Tom, pull those trousers down.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
Oh,
cough.
I never get the nuts checked.
He just starts spinning your nuts. You're like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? He's like, I'm seeing if these things will pop off.
Sick. I heard a rumor that it would happen if we did it to JD Vance. So I just want to test it on my son first. You know JD Vance, the governor of Ohio? This was a few years ago.
That's what you get for getting buckets on me when I'm wearing all orange.
God, that was awesome. Swatted his ass. Well, Tim, I got back. Oh, we got a 0 that I just read. Can we start off with it?
Lay it on me, Tom.
I haven't read it. Okay, this is from Sam J, I believe. Went to a Second City show this past weekend. A guy fainted and fell on the floor. There's nothing wrong with fainting, actually. It's a pretty normal thing.
One of the performers?
A guy fainted and fell on the floor, so the show stopped about halfway through. He was stretchered out. If this is the 0 now, I'm going to
I'm like,
die.
holy hell.
He was stretchered out, and about 15 minutes after the show started up again, right before the show restarted, 2 people moved up into the medical emergency people's seats, which was a huge upgrade seat-wise and a decent walk up there. They got called out by people around them and completely ignored everyone. 0 behavior?
I'm confused. Wait, so like the medical staff has like Gucci-ass seats at Second City?
Didn't know that. But that...
Is that what
Can
it
we
is?
cut that funding before we cut my health care, please? We buying front row seats to Broadway for a bunch of EMTs?
Like, hey, you guys do... So, like, the salary is low.
But the T stands for theater.
One of the perks, you wouldn't have thought this. You do get box seats to Glengarry, Glen Ross, whenever
you
you
get
want
VIP
them.
meet and greets, too. Bill loves the emergency medical
Wait, that is
services.
such a bizarre thing. I didn't know that happened.
I didn't know that either, but also, like, so then the seats were vacant.
Wait, so took over the EM... Damn, that kind of blows for the EMT. So they're sitting there enjoying a great show?
Yeah.
Shouldn't they be on high alert?
Yeah, they're following an improv riff.
You know what I mean? It's like the cops are sitting like
Maybe he
courtside
meant
at
the
the
medical
Knicks game.
emergency people's seats, like the guy who fainted.
Oh, then I'm not mad at that.
Not mad at all. Honestly, any seats being vacated,
Those are free.
yeah, that's why I don't really get it. They were called out, like, in what way?
Yeah, what were those? Hey, no.
Sam, we need you to write in with more. I need to know why you didn't like the move.
Well,
First
because
of all.
he's mad that they got better seats.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. You just seem a little jealous.
He's mad that because he saw him and goes, "Those are free. Those are open seats."
And then you were like, "Fuck, I didn't act, and now I have to. I'm gonna DM Tom."
Those are-
And we appreciate. We do appreciate
we
the
love
submission.
it,
I love
but
you.
We are.
I
Gonna
need to know- yeah.
How about let's reserve judgments until more deets?
Okay, Sam, send in some more stuff. We need to know what the people said, like got called out. Like, hey, they might come back, or like,
Well, I mean, you get carried out on a stretcher.
you're not like popping back
You're
in
not
for the
popping
second
back
act.
in. No, there's no chance.
Also, it's an improv show. You're gonna miss so many callbacks. It's not even gonna be worth it.
He's like, wait, I just got. What does that mean?
Was that before the faint? I hit my head really hard. I think these stitches were supposed to dissolve by now.
Man, the first time Lizzie and I went to Chicago, we went to an improv show at Second City. Because, you know, you got to go see an improv show.
I went right away.
That's like one of
Signed
the
up for
4
classes.
things that you do.
Yeah.
You get you go do improv show,
Can I guess the second one?
Yeah.
Deep dish.
Yeah. What else you got?
Go to the bean.
Yeah.
That sucks.
This isn't first time move there. This is first time visit there.
Yeah, no, I know. I did it too. That's why I said it sucks. Like that.
And
that
then
is a thing. It makes no sense.
Yeah, there it is.
Wrigley?
No, we didn't do Wrigley.
What's the wait. That Chicago. You got hammered at a dive bar?
Well,
Probably.
that was
city regardless.
Yeah, I was about to say that's not really a Chicago feature.
I don't know what.
We went and saw the Willis Tower.
The Willis Tower. I've never been there.
Formerly known as the Sears Tower.
Yeah.
I used to work in that building, and I got fired. And I asked the lady when they were firing me, I was like, is this usually when people start, like, freaking out and
you told
throwing
me that.
stuff? And then, like, my boss started laughing really hard, and the HR people were really mad at me. So I started to, like, when they were walking me out. Yeah, I started being like, this fucking company doesn't. And my manager kept being like, Tim, please stop. And the HR people were freaking out. And then so at the bottom of the elevator, there was like security guards waiting for me because they radioed down. We got a live one.
Right.
And then because they were all kind of, but I was like, oh, I was just kidding.
No, I'm not going to do anything.
I'm all good.
I hated this job.
This was absolute dog shit.
Should have been fired a long time. I couldn't find the Willis to work.
There we go.
Come on.
Now we're having fun. That was the one where the guy, a different manager, not even my manager, he told me I needed to walk faster around the office. Said you're walking too slow. So you know what I did every time I saw him?
Crawled?
Full speed sprint.
Oh, that's funny.
Full speed sprint. Oh, I did a bunch. I was really misbehaving in Chicago.
It's weird that you didn't keep a job for very long. I don't really see it.
I was straight up misbehaving at these office jobs.
Yeah.
I was a pill.
It's so funny because it's like you want your survival. You just needed those jobs to do comedy.
That's it.
But you were drawing attention to yourself
100%
in the job.
But I couldn't. I was
which is
so
the last
mad.
thing you want to do. You want to go because now I feel like you've gone you think the other way when it comes to a job now.
Well, New York is. I mean, Chicago is. It's easy to survive in Chicago.
Yeah, that's true.
You can kind of fuck around in Chicago.
Yeah.
New York, you got to button it up a little bit more.
New York is like you fuck around.
You're cooked.
You will find out. You will not have health insurance.
You will.
Quickly.
Insurance is gone. Your landlord's gonna hit you over the head with like a big hammer.
Yeah.
The new mayor. Actually, the new mayor is actually encourages
the big hammer
you.
Thing?
No, the new mayor is going to encourage you to fuck around a little bit.
Whoa.
He's bringing fucking around back to New York City.
And we'll find out.
Which is why everybo's so upset with him. That's why Trump wants to deport him.
God, the big hammers are going to come down. God, Trump said I've heard he's here illegally.
What does that even? Who'd you hear that from?
It's sick, just racism.
Yeah. What do you mean you heard that?
It's only racist.
Just kind of buzzing around. Also, I don't want the president to be going off of like really loose hearsay.
Also, it's not. He didn't hear it.
You didn't hear that? Yeah, people are kind of just buzzing around.
I heard it this morning when I said it to myself.
But I don't know if I agreed with the stuff he said. I heard he's here so legally. He's one of the most legal guys.
You've never seen someone so legal.
God. Anywho, back to that zero. Brother, give us the deets. We need the deets. We need to know if those seats were from the guy who passed out or the workers. It has to be the guy who passed out.
Yeah,
it simply has to be.
If the EMTs are sitting front row, I'm kind of bummed out about that because also then they got no eyes on what's happening behind them.
Well, it's a conflict of interest because they're like, this is
right.
clearly
They
a
see
great
someone
show.
who's like kind of choking, and they're like, they'll
hey,
figure it out.
He's milking
Let's
it.
not.
No, it's
in the
fine.
middle of the scene.
It's fine. They're kind of nudging at the person next to him, like, give him the Heimlich. Just give him
right here.
I don't want to. Just give him. I'm not trying to
Does he have
interrupt
any
the show.
Sprite left? Just tell him to take a big sip.
Truly, dude. The first one we went to, we came from Louisiana, and we were in New Orleans all the time, so we're used to being able to walk out of a venue with a drink in your hand.
Oh boy.
So here I come with 2 Heinekens trying to leave the venue. Almost got tackled by a guy.
Here comes your old manager.
Yeah. He's just like, it's you again? I'm like, oh, they fired you too? You work here
security?
now? Yeah, it's kind of a night thing I'm doing.
Yeah,
I'm like,
they let us sit front row on the late show.
like, 2 jobs in Chicago? It's easy to be here. It's in New York. What are you doing? But anywho, so I'm walking, and this dude comes up, almost just like form tackles me. He's so pissed.
Yeah.
And I'm double fisting with the heinies, and I have I grab one, and I'm making a real show of the other one, and I slide this one in my pocket. Toss the other one in the trash. Unopened. No, it was open.
You slid it in your pocket, open.
Yeah.
Incredible.
slide it in, toss the other one. He's like, all right. Lizzie didn't see me slide it. This is like my big cool move. And then we walk outside, and I was like, guess who still has a beer? She was like,
Boosh,
I knew.
Smoke.
Yeah. I knew when I saw you eating those wings with braces and rubber bands on that you were going to be the guy.
One day you'd be able to sneak me a Heineken Zero. Oh, it's a zero.
It's a zero.
Fuck.
She's also like, I don't drink beer.
Yeah.
I would love a vodka soda, though.
Did you slip a glass of wine into your pocket also? That's
Like, those
way
are actually harder, yeah.
The glass.
Fully covered in
Stem.
rosé. Any hooser. But yeah, more
man.
deets on the damn zero.
Yeah, I would love to hear a little bit more about that.
How
Samuel.
how was Tampa? Oh, no.
I've had a rough week, if I'm being honest. Ending with today. Today was a long day. But I went down to Tampa, 5 shows. A lot of people came out and a few pod listeners, and we appreciate that.
Love it. Devil went down to
It
Tampa.
was, calling it Tampa is...
Generous?
Yeah, it was like, being in deep New Jersey and being like New York City.
Yeah, I had a couple of shows in New York. Like, oh, really? Where? Connecticut. Connecticut, New York.
You ever been right on the border between New York and Canada? Buffalo is actually what it's called. That's where I'm performing.
Buffalo's what the locals call it.
But I call it
But
New York.
I actually call it New York City.
It sells tickets if you call it New York. I mean, so many people were like, how did you end up here? It's like, and no hate to the club. Appreciate you booking me, but it was far away. You land in Tampa, you get in a rental car, you take a little road trip. I went down to Tampa one of the days.
Is it one of those deals where you land in Tampa, you type in the address into your phone, and then it
zooms way
goes
out.
really big?
Yeah.
And you go, oh, I got a little bit of a drive here.
Oh, man, I'm going to hit traffic twice before I
Twice?
get there?
Oh, I'm going
That's
through
not a
2
good
larger
sign.
cities before getting to the smaller city?
Dude, I made a crucial error, but I think you'd be proud of me.
Yes.
I get the rental car. First off, rental car guy, I got $100 back on my rental car.
Love it.
This is my Stone Cold Zero of the week. I get there, there's no one in there.
Never.
No line. It never happens. I'm like, oh my God, incredible.
No one in the line, or no one, like, you go, there's no one behind the desk?
Oh, no, there's no one in line.
Oh,
And there's
my
like
experience,
4
there's no one behind the
employees.
desk.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. But I've rented a car at the Tampa airport before, and last time I was there, it was like an hour and a half wait. No cars are ready.
Brutal.
So I get there, and I'm going with Ace Rent-A-Car. I got a cheap deal on it. And I
Full
go there.
size? What do you
there's
look,
no one
compact?
There. I think I had a Corolla.
Ooh, love a Corolla.
No hate for a Corolla.
No, I got great memories in a Corolla.
And okay, a couple of hand jobs, I just know it. And
Folks.
it's a couple real brace-filled blowjobs
Folks.
that
No,
you were
that was
giving?
me blowing myself.
I was like, that doesn't work. She had braces.
I was way more flexible back
That
then.
didn't work. but-
Lizzie had a Corolla. I was just in the backseat blowing myself.
Yeah. She's like, man, this guy rules. He's getting buffalo sauce all over his dick and
All
balls.
over he's using it as lube. This is disgusting. Like, hold on, babe. Let me pop my braces or pop my rubber bands
Just
out.
a bunch of Heineken spewing out of your pocket. Like you're popping champagne. So I get to Ace, and there's 3 employees sitting there, and I go I stand I walk up, no one looks up at me, and then I stand where it's like
They can
start
see
the
you.
line here.
Yeah.
And I kind of stand there. I was on no sleep, and I was a little bit like, someone help me.
Yeah.
So I stood there kind of like,
What did you do though?
I stood there kind of sarcastically because it's like I could have just walked all the way up to the desk. You know?
Oh, I got you.
And
You're waiting
then-
for them to be like, next.
Yeah, and then no one calls me, and I just go, hey, can I? And one guy looks up at me, and he goes, yeah, come over here. And again, I've said this before on the pod. Why are you mad at me for being there?
This is your job.
Yeah.
What are you mad at? I'm not trying to ruin your day.
I did, I took you guys up on, a promo that you're running.
It's also like you didn't track him down on his off day
Uh-uh.
and say, hey, is there any chance you could help me out with a rental?
It was 10 in the morning, so it's the start of the workday.
You just clocked in.
Yeah, you're not, I'm not catching you as you're trying to leave.
Yeah, you're not about to close. You're not the guy that goes into the restaurant 30 minutes before it closes and makes a big
And says, I want the fresh
song
caught
and dance
salmon.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah. I
No.
said, I'll take a Corolla if you have one.
Oh,
And he's like, yeah. And then I walk up and I go, he's like, do you have a reservation already? I go, yeah, I'm pulling it up. He goes, I don't need it. Cuts me off. And I was like, okay. And he goes, what's your last name? And I was like, I go, SCH, can I see an ID? And every question he asked me, he would cut me off.
I'm getting heated.
And instantly I was like, hey, am I on no sleep or is this guy a complete asshole?
I'm getting heated.
I mean, it was crazy. I wish I recorded it because I'm just like, I wish Tim was here.
Oh,
I wish Tim was here. I wish my girlfriend was here.
Oh.
Because I've seen her yell at both rental car people that we've rented from together. And she was right both times and dominated them.
Oh, I bet they
and
didn't
she's
have a
just
chance.
better than me at it.
Yeah.
You would have been more on my side. We would have both been
I'd have been
like,
going,
this
what the
sucks.
fuck is this guy doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Beat this guy's ass, but then not said anything.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sitting there being like, I don't deserve to be treated this way. Being like, yeah, here's an ID. Do you need a second form?
No, your lady, she's the kind that will yell at you and not break eye contact.
Dude, she hit when she moved into her new place and she was trying to get the Wi-Fi transferred. She had been paying for Wi-Fi for 2 weeks and it wasn't working. Woo! But she was just busy with work, so it's like we didn't figure it out. And then she finally got a hold of these people, and they were like, she was like, I shouldn't have to pay for these last 2 weeks. It hasn't been working. And they were like, well, you should have told us. And she was like,
nope.
Well, let me pull up my policy. And they were like, we're pulling it up. And then it took them forever. And she goes, okay, I have it up on my phone now. I haven't had Wi-Fi in 2 weeks, and I just found something on the internet faster than the guy who works for the internet company. And he just goes, oof. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and prorate these next few months.
It was so awesome.
Well, he's like, I didn't count on you being diabolical.
Dude, I was sitting next to her. I was like, oh, shit. I was holding people
You're
back
doing
on the
thing
bench.
Where you're nudging your buddy. Oh, my God.
I was like, dude, I wanted to tap in for a second and be like, brother, you're going to lose this.
You're cooked.
Just give her what she wants.
You're cooked.
I've been here.
Hey, dude, is her boyfriend? You're cooked.
You're absolutely done.
Actually, I do appreciate you taking some of the heat off of me because she's been riding my ass.
I mean, you have no idea what good a common enemy will do for us right now. So this guy, he does the thing where he asks me a question that cuts me off 3 times. And then he goes, all right, he goes,
what are we looking at here? Bald guy? About 220? Goatee?
Bad hair, wispy.
Mm-hmm.
Goatee, nailed it. Much larger than 220.
Oh, okay, yeah.
TSA build.
Yeah, sure.
Huge, loose shirt. And pants.
But I guess he was
no
wearing
butt.
pants.
But it was the TSA pants though.
Oh, of course.
Just
made by Cintas.
So cinched up somehow. For a fat guy, I'm like, but why are they so bunched at the belt?
And his shoes kind of look like New Balances, but they're not.
Black. They're like
black.
They're like kitchen shoes.
100%. Yeah, a lot of Velcro. This guy sucks.
He really sucked. His name is Alex, and he works at. Oh wait, no, Alex. Adam. At Ace Rental Car at the Tampa airport, and this is the first Google review I've ever written.
Oh,
and email that I've ever sent. I was just like,
how'd that feel?
Well, I left, and I was like, I'm gonna see if I'm this mad later today.
Yeah, let me.
And then if I am, I think I gotta send someone an email because this is crazy behavior. He lied to me. I mean, he goes, are you looking for an upgrade today? I go, no, the one I picked out online is great. And he's because I could put you in a. He goes, I could put you in a charger, in a convertible charger, for $80 a day upgrade.
But I would bet people showing up to Tampa,
they do take.
They're kind of going. You say drop top?
Well, and a drop top. In theory, for a second, in nice weather, you're like, yeah, that could be fun.
Also, it's it is kind of an opportunity to be a different guy.
Exactly. I'm by myself
and
in
you're going,
Tampa.
Why not be the guy that has a drop top Mustang?
The thought, if it was $20 a day, I might have done it.
What was it?
It was a drop top. Oh, it was $80 a day.
No.
And it was 3 days.
No.
So that's it's tripling the price of the whole rental car was supposed to be $120.
$240 to pretend to be something else?
Yeah.
No.
I do that for free.
Do that for free.
Day.
Do it every day in New York.
There we go. But then he goes, okay, are you gonna do how many tolls are you gonna hit? And
I don't live here.
And I was like, oh, I don't know. I guess I can look. And he goes, where are you going? And I go, Wesley Chapel. And he goes, yeah, you're gonna need unlimited tolls. And I go, well, how many am I gonna hit? And he goes, well, you'll hit past what it would cost to have the unlimited, which is $15 a day. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll take your word for it. And then
nothing else you can do on that one.
Because I'm trying to look it up. It's hard to look it up.
Call your girlfriend. You're like, hey, what's this toll situation?
How fast can you get to Tampa?
I'm just gonna put you
I'm
on
getting
speaker.
my ass kicked right now.
Can you? Yeah, you're on speaker right now. Girlfriend wants to talk to you. With that kind of face on you.
Good luck now.
Girlfriend
bitch.
wants to talk to you.
I told her how bad your pants
immediately.
look,
She's like, "Let me guess, your pants don't fit." It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna waive that.
She's like, your glasses have a smudge on them. Would you clean those things with a slice of pizza? Use that line. She goes, or no, then he.
Wait, what line? Whose line is that?
It was. I actually don't want to give him credit because he stinks now.
Oh yeah, that is funny.
That's a great line.
That is funny.
But I won't give him credit.
No,
He's
good call.
A misogynist.
Good call.
So he's hitting me with all these terrible questions, and he gets me on the tolling, and then he tries to get me on the fuel, and he's like, "We actually have a fuel deal right now," and he's like telling me all this shit, and I was like, "No, I'll fill up the gas. The gas deal is just never in your favor.
Never."
They're like, no, it's only $38 a gallon if you don't fill up.
Here's the thing: if you actually return it full, we only charge you $400.
Yeah, so
You're like, well,
I don't know why you wouldn't do it.
In my favor,
Your girlfriend's gonna break up
Just
with you. By
don't
the way.
worry about it. Just back to the tolls anyway.
And then the last one was the insurance, and I have been told to never buy the insurance if you have your own car insurance, and I have my own car insurance. So he goes, and then we'll do just a basic insurance policy, and he's saying this shit like
Walked
obviously.
you into it, yeah.
And I go, no, I have insurance, and he goes, unless it has full coverage, full contact coverage, then it won't do. And I was like, well, I think I have it. And I'm like, let me just pull it up. And he's like, no, there's no. You probably have to do the basic at least. And I was like, well, let me pull up. I have the card here. And he goes, I need to see proof of the entire policy.
And you go, no, there's no chance.
And I was like, I don't think
coverage.
you do need to. And he's like, yes, I do. Unless you have the full policy, I have to at least give you the basic. And I was like, well, no. And then he goes, do you have a major credit card? And I was like, yes. And then he's like, well, then it'll only be $20 a day anyways. So now I know he's lying because he's like finding a different way to add it
to
on.
make it happen. Yeah.
And
He's getting some kickback. He's incentivized
no, exactly.
in
Oh,
some
they
way
they
to
aren't
do
paid
this.
on the base rental.
Right.
They're only paid on the add-ons.
Right.
And I get that. But I'm like, buddy, you're lying to and then I couldn't prove him wrong and he wouldn't back down.
Yeah.
So now I give in to $20 extra a day.
I'm hating this whole interaction.
And the second I get out of there, I finally find the fucking policy.
Yep.
And of course it's full coverage, and I didn't need to.
God, I wish I'd have been there to have been mumbling under my breath. This is fucking bullshit.
I know, and it sucks when I wasn't ready with the right language. So I didn't have a counterpoint.
But I've never been hosed like this.
No, I've never been lied to. He told me that what I had. I showed him the card, my insurance card.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Nah, it's not gonna cover it."
Anything you showed him, nah.
Yeah.
You could have showed him a Costco card.
Show him a picture of my dick and balls.
And he's
he
going,
goes,
actually,
yeah,
sure,
that'll
that
do
one's
it,
decent.
actually. Is that
We'll do
buffalo
that.
sauce on there? Oh, that's Tim.
Oh, no, that's blue cheese. Oh, wait, do you know Tim? Is he blowing himself
Still got
again?
braces.
I didn't think he was still that flexible. That's not bad.
That's actually really good. Yeah, look, I can do it too. The fattest guy I've ever seen just does it. I'm like, whoa.
Just folding a bowling ball.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, and so he's my Stone Cold Zero, but I did write an aggressive email about him, and then
Any
they
feedback?
gave me $100 back.
What did the what's
it
the
ended up
equivalent
being-
of what that covered?
What ended up being $200, but it was supposed to be a $100 rental, and I was like,
okay.
how did we get here?
And he was just laying it.
Yeah,
on you.
it really sucked.
And when you left, he was high-fiving people.
Yeah. I also, this is the best part. I walk out there. There's only 4 cars left in the lot. See the drop top Charger?
Piece of shit.
It is neon purple. He almost put me in a neon purple drop top Charger.
Now, if he
I
would
would have been so angry.
cruising through Tampa in a neon purple
I
drop
show
top.
up to the club, which is in a movie theater, in a neon purple
That's
drop
one,
top.
if he puts you in that thing, you almost go to a place, you get the windows tinted. You're like, I can't be seen
I
in
get
this.
this detail.
I'm gonna pay to get these windows tinted. I can't be seen in this shit.
I'm keeping the top up.
Oh god.
It was
I
also
love
98 degrees. I was thank God I didn't get a convertible. I would have toasted.
him not mentioning that is amazing.
Diabolical.
This is there's a part of me that does respect this man.
Yeah, there's a certain level of shamelessness. I
Yeah.
mean, that's what, I think if I was in a better headspace, I would have been like, hey, man, I have worked in sales forever.
I get it.
I get it.
But no.
I'm not going to do any of this stuff.
It's not happening.
It's fine. I
Because
appreciate what
he
you're doing.
pushed that much
Yeah.
for an extra hunch.
Yeah.
So his
that he
commission
probably
was
gets back
$8.
Yeah, exactly.
He's getting almost nothing on that.
Yeah.
But that's why I kind of do respect that guy because he's just a
I
big.
did say that in the email I wrote. I was like, I know he's incentivized to do this stuff, but he did just like lie to my face.
Right.
And you can't do that.
Pig
Yeah.
behavior, but there's a part of me that
Pig of the week.
Pig of the week.
Enjoy
No,
the slop. I'm
yeah,
glad I
he's
gave
out
you
there getting some
$8
slop.
worth.
And he got some email that was like, hey, what was his name? Hey, Adam.
Adam.
You can't start lying to people's faces.
Oh, I also read all their Google reviews. There's 12 that mentioned him.
No shit.
Yeah, this guy's getting ripped apart.
Similar
He's upselling.
complaints.
Someone had the exact same insurance situation as me.
I love it.
Yeah, so this is he's got the script down.
But the thing
He's
is,
a
it's
dog.
like he gets away with more than he gets complained about.
Exactly, and then
So
the
the
manager
corporate
of that
office
place,
is
they're not
going,
mad.
we
They go,
gotta keep
We're gonna
Adam."
discipline Adam.
Yeah. We'll refund you the 100
Man,
clams.
his coworkers hate him. They go,
100%.
He's getting the worst reviews.
100%.
Why doesn't he get disciplined?
Because
he's also bringing in the
he
most.
brings in the money.
Come on,
Shout out to Adam.
I've kind of come around on him.
I know.
I got no hate.
I respect him. I'm sorry. You know, if he was not as gross and probably smarter, he'd be on Wall Street.
Yeah, and we work this hard at something
You know,
else
because he's got that diabolical thing inside
Right,
of
he's
him.
got a shamelessness to it.
And if he was put in a different situation, Adam would be rolling around in the
higher
dough
stakes.
instead of rolling around in blue cheese.
Right, you're sitting at the $5 minimum blackjack table for 12
Counting
years.
cards.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're the smartest guy
He's
in the
literally
casino.
Rain
Go to
Man.
the high stakes room.
He's playing $2 hands, counting cards. I was like, this guy does always win, but he walks out with like $23, so we're not
Casino's
that
not
mad.
at him. Oh man,
He spends more at the fucking buffet eating crab legs than he does taking the money away from the crab table. This guy's an idiot. Come on, Adam, dude, go play at a bigger game. You got that dog in you, King.
God. So that's how the trip started in Tampa, and then I won't get too into it. But the shows just were battles. It was a lot of fist fighting, a lot of hecklers. I got this heckle. Well, I don't even know this is a heckle. There's just these two drunk ladies who wouldn't stop talking. Also,
To each other or to you?
well, I gave them permission because
yeah.
I asked if anyone was from a small town. One of them.
Meanwhile,
said
you're
she
in, what was the city?
Yeah. Well, I was pretending we were in Tampa. We were in Wesley Chapel.
It went from a small town.
Yeah.
Like, you're in a
This
town
is
of
how
8.
I knew that everyone else was. They were also making fun of the situation.
Oh, okay.
I was like, Tampa. It's so. I love Tampa. I wish we were there.
Yeah.
And everyone is like, yeah, okay, this sucks.
This place sucks.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
It was fun though. Good time.
Great.
Good.
Good.
So they,
Anywho.
this lady, these two drunk ladies from Plant City, Florida. They're like, yeah, it's a town of 3,000. Afterwards, I find out it's like 60, 70,000 people. They were just idiots. They were so blacked out. So I make fun of their town, and then that's like giving them permission to be the worst.
Yeah.
And they just won't stop talking. Eventually, like, they ruined like 3 jokes in a row. And I'm like, well, what? And they're just talking to each other. I'm like, what are you talking about?
At least about the jokes?
Kind of.
Okay.
You can tell that it is. But it's like, he mentioned, he mentioned
Oh, that reminds me of the
shopping earlier.
Right.
Let's talk about that one time that we went shopping.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I would ask them what they were talking about. It makes no sense. But one of the times I go, what are you talking about?
Sign
And
of
she
a great
goes-
show, by
and
the way.
She goes, yeah, I'm obviously killing at this point. And I go, let's stop. Everyone calm down. Let's bring it down a little bit. What are you talking about? And she goes, we're talking about how we should see you in Vegas. And I was like, what? And they're like, we're gonna come see you in Vegas. And I was like, I'm not in Vegas. I'm not scheduled to be in Vegas. And she's like, but we would love to. You'll be in Vegas.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was like, but I'm not. What? And also, like, I didn't think of this till afterwards, and I'm so angry that I didn't. But like, it's so funny to be watching someone, or to not be like, I'm here now. I'm performing in front of you right now.
We should see him in a different city.
And like, you're not paying attention this time.
Yeah.
What's
you want to come
change?
ruin another show?
Yeah, like,
Hey, we should ruin your show in Vegas.
God, you know what? This is fine, but what if we did it in a more expensive?
Wait, what's that
Place.
Todd Barry joke where they're like looking up he's like, oh, you got something else looking up on your phone? She goes, yeah, I'm looking you up. And he's like, oh, you could just watch me right now.
Yeah, that is what it was. It was so funny to me. Like I couldn't stop thinking about it afterwards because they were so mad that I got mad at that.
Yeah.
She said something after the show too, where she was like, we were just saying it would be fun if you performed in Vegas. And I was like, but it had nothing to do with it.
But this is a totally different... You know, it'd be fun if you were in Rome and you're in the Colosseum.
We should go to Montenegro and watch you.
What?
Why?
Just be fun.
You're not enjoying it right now.
Just trying
You
to-
got really upset that I said you were homophobic.
Are they?
Yeah.
They were blonde?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were drinking Chardonnay.
Well, they said something about it wasn't actually homophobic, but it was transphobic for sure. And then I said like something about my sister's gay wedding, and then I was like, sorry, I know that upsets you. And then she was like, you can't say that.
Oh,
Because I actually do have gay
no.
friends.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, you're the worst.
Early 50s?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
brutal
There
stuff.
are exactly who you're picturing. Where like the level of spray tan should count as blackface.
Well,
like it is offensive.
You think it's even a spray tan, or are they just so butchered
They
by
might
the
actually
sun?
just be getting
yeah,
actually cooked.
where it's like their face looks like a catcher's mitt. Like it's just so cooked.
Yeah.
And then the blonde hair is pretty wispy.
It's so
a lot of it's down, but some of it's up.
well. It was like it's short and fried by
Yeah,
bleach.
fried.
Yeah. I hated these two so much. It was also the best show out of the 5, and they were ruining it. And
This is the first time I've been close to having fun.
exactly. I was like,
Please
I've been
stop.
So sad. And
Please stop.
It's like we finally got enough people in here to have a good time.
God, that's
and I
heartbreaking.
had like friends and fans. There were like pod listeners
I
there.
hate it.
And Plant City, you fucking ruined it. So everyone afterwards was like, "We are so sorry." about
Fuck
Plant
those
City."
people.
Yeah.
Well, at least you got it's
I'll
always
see
nice
in
when the
Vegas.
people come up and they go, hey, look, not everyone's like that.
I know.
And like just 45% of us.
Just like a lot of us, and like it was enough to ruin the show.
It did totally tank the show.
We
but
didn't make up for it with laughter. I'll say that.
Yeah, we stayed pretty quiet.
Sorry, I had a full bag of popcorn since this is a movie theater.
Man, I had I don't know if this is zero behavior, but I'll say I botched an interaction.
Yeah,
And
it's swing and a miss.
Well, I talked to Lizzie about it, and I do think I am kind of in the clear
It was
here.
bad enough that you cried
it
at
was,
home.
it was just I was like, because I couldn't stop thinking about it. I did a little show in Greenpoint, and people talk to you after the show, normal, totally chill, expected sometimes, but you're like in that headspace of like if somebody approaches you, you're going, well, you were at the show.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
My
think I
cheeks
might
get
know
back
where
on the
this is
train, and then this girl comes up.
Oh.
I'm headphones in. I'm train mode now.
Yeah.
I'm out of show mode. I'm train mode.
Yeah.
You know what train mode is?
Train Tim.
Survival mode.
Yeah. It's I hopefully not gonna get touched or pushed.
But you're on high alert.
Yeah.
It's like when you ever been tossed in a general population into a jail, you're staring straight ahead without making eye contact.
It's been a few weeks though.
Because you know what I'm saying?
But
You're
I
like,
remember what it's like.
you're letting everybody know, hey, I'm not one to be trifled with, but I'm also not trying to trifle.
Well, it's a weird
anything.
combo. You're high alert and trying to look like you're zoned out.
That you're no trouble.
Yeah.
So I'm in subway mode, and then the girl comes up and like touches my arm because I got the little headphones in.
No.
You snag the arm away,
For sure.
but then she looked kind of nice, and I'm like, but the face I'm giving her, you know me, I can't hide my thoughts at all on my face.
Yeah.
So
Or
I'm
your
looking at her. I'm
words.
giving her the.
You hide them perfectly in your words. It's just your face that gives it away.
Oh, it's so embarrassing. I'm trying to write a bit about that. But I'm giving her the look like, what are you out of your fucking mind? And now I can tell that she's like, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, and she's like, oh, I was at the show because she was nervous.
Yeah. Well, she's like, I didn't realize this guy was going to attack me. She's
But
like,
then
he's subway mode already. We lost him.
I guess she got thrown off because I was so visibly upset. Where she didn't really go like, I enjoyed. I thought you. She just said I was at the show.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. And she was like, it was fun. And that's where I was like, oh, shit. So I tried to be like, yeah, it was a good crowd.
You didn't say like, hey, sorry you scared me?
No.
Yeah, I think you could just be honest in that instant.
No, I wasn't at all.
Yeah, you were panicking. So is she, though.
Subway mode.
Yeah.
I can't be judged for
that's
subway
definitely
mode.
Not 0. It's a swing and a miss.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was a tough look.
Yeah,
the intent
tough
wasn't bad,
look.
but she absolutely got off at a stop that was not hers. 100% she did.
Moved one car down.
100%.
Yeah.
Because it was like we were in the middle of this awful thing, and then
Yeah.
we get to a stop, doors open, she bailed.
She's like, well, I was a fan for
about 8 seconds.
2
there.
stops.
Yep. Because then I kind of watched her out of the window, and she was pulling out her phone, like, all right, how do I?
Yeah.
It was not good.
No, she was just unfollowing you.
Yeah.
Unsend that DM, okay?
That's probably exactly what it was.
Take that story down.
Oh, my
It was a good show, but I
God.
feel bad about it now.
Man, I was talking to Lizzie about this. I don't know if I can be blamed for subway mode.
No, it's not. I mean, it's not a 0. There's no intent there.
I was just scared.
Yeah. No. That would have been a beautiful thing to say to her.
Like, you scared
Hey,
the
I'm just
shit
scared.
out of me.
All I am is just a scared guy.
This is in subway mode. I'm out of show mode. This is clearly subway mode. Do you see how bowed up
you
I
wanna
am?
hang out?
Yeah. You want to grab a beer after this? She's like, no, you fucking creep.
No, you just hit me.
You talked about your girlfriend like the entire time.
Yeah.
Aren't you getting married a month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm scared about that too.
Some-
You want
I
to
was-
get a beer? Yeah, ask again.
Love to talk to you about that over a couple of drinks.
Man, I'm just scared. All the
Scared
time.
about making a big decision.
Sorry,
like
I come
that.
on too strong. I shouldn't have done that. It's just like it's a fear reaction. You
Wanna
want to
grab
hang
a
out?
She gets off the train. I follow her off the train.
So, are we doing this or not?
Sorry, that subway was pretty packed on there, and I get really nervous when I'm in social situations like that.
I could
but
really use a
you want to grab a beer?
beer. She is fully sprinting at this point.
I just
You're
pull-
sprinting
I pull
next to her,
Heineken out of my-
still talking like that. You got a Heineken.
I got one right here if you want one.
So flat. From Second City though.
Yeah, it's in 2012. Got it out of there though. They didn't even notice.
Pretty good.
Not bad, right?
See how quick that security guard was? Not as quick as old Timmy.
No, can't stop a boozer like old Timmy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt bad about that, and when you go home, I immediately was like, Lizzie, what do you think about this? And she gave me the you're fine,
Yeah.
but it was just this poor girl's face.
That's fine.
She was just, I was a dick. She was looking at me like, oh, you're like a dick.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was Dick. I think it was, she probably had a internal thing where she was like, oh, why did I do that?
Right.
I just scared the shit out of him.
Well, she approached on my, come around to my face. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And then go, hey.
Yeah, well, at least let me see you coming.
Right.
She approached me on, anybody could be back here. Crazy guy back here.
Yeah.
Now look,
Almost exclusively.
she's kind of lucky. Now that I think of it, she's lucky she didn't catch a bow.
No, you would never swing.
You don't know me, dude. I'm bowing and swinging all the time on the train.
Yeah.
Kinda.
I kind of stood up for myself today. I had a moment where I was like pretty proud of myself today.
Lay it on me, Tom.
I had to take my car into the auto shop.
Okay.
And first of all, I'm handing out heroes to these mechanics. Found like an honest auto shop in New York.
Okay.
And it was kind of beautiful. Like they just, not to say that the rest of them aren't, but like you're scared going in there.
Well, you're like, they know a lot of things that I can't. It's like what you got. You're like, you're saying a lot of stuff I just can't combat.
Right. And this is even more so.
Yeah.
Like anyone car related, I'm realizing, kind of just has me on the ropes.
You got to check the inline
But
specs on the
I had a
rotary girder.
rattling going on.
Yeah.
So something was up.
Sure.
Like my car was making a bad noise. And so I'm like, fuck, this is like a real thing. I crawled underneath my car to look just to make sure it wasn't like a stick.
Right. Or
Like-
you're like, oh, it's a rattlesnake. Duh. You got a rattlesnake in your inline girder.
Tim put another rattlesnake in the girder rotary.
Where's he keep getting these?
He has so many of them. It's like those like toy ones. But I was like, all right, it's not like anything visible. There's not like a frisbee stuck up there or whatever, you
Right.
know. So I'm like, I got to take it in, and I go in, and this is on the way in. I'm running a little late. It's this traffic. It's in that weird area of like Greenpoint where it's like industrial.
Yeah.
And I get onto a street, and there's a sand yard. There's all these spots in New York where all of a sudden I'm like,
You're going,
how do they keep so much just sand here?
and it's like one of the biggest piles of sand you've ever
It's
seen in
a
your life.
small mountain.
It's huge. I think I know exactly the sand pile you're talking
And I'm
about.
like, how do I not see this
Because
from
I'll
my
pass up going,
house?
a sand pile?
It's It's a pyramid.
Where are they getting the money for the real estate? You're like on the sand pile.
Exactly. And there's just like it's surrounded by like empty warehouses and lots. And I'm like, why can't I get an apartment here? It's like 6 blocks from the nicest apartments in Williamsburg.
Yeah.
And it's just this empty sandbox.
Sand.
Yeah. So I'm right on that spot. I'm glad you know what I'm talking
Know
about.
exactly where you're at.
And there's a semi pulling out of the sand pit in front of me.
Fresh pile of sand in the back?
Can't tell.
Not
It's
an
all-
open top semi.
Well, the top's open, but it's so high.
So high up there. But you can't
I
see a
can't
little
see
tip
like
of
a pit
sand
of
coming up?
no.
Damn.
But he pulls out and now is blocking the whole street, and he kind of pulls out to where he's right in the middle, and there's cars going both ways, and I pull in behind him, and then he's not moving, not in reverse, doesn't have the reverse lights on, but he is standing still. And all of a sudden, this guy comes out of nowhere from the other side of the truck and starts screaming at me. Like, legit, like, screaming.
Like, move your fucking...
He's like, back the fuck up.
Yeah.
What do you think you're doing? And I'm like, whoa, what are you talking about?
Checking out this sand. Never seen
And
a
he's
pile
like-
of sand this big.
I'm like, I'm trying to figure out who pays for this thing. Is this my taxes that I'm evading? Are they going to this? You pay for my health care so that I pay for this.
You're like
sand.
putting back all your like the little shovels that you have at the beach and like the little. You're like, oh, I was gonna
hang.
Catch a tan.
God, my niece and nephew would love this place.
Putting your bathing suit.
No, the
back.
city's really cool. It's full of parks. So he starts screaming at me, and he's like, back the fuck up. That's what he keeps screaming. And I was like, what is happening? The truck was pulling out so that it could pull back in. But
getting a
there's
better
no
angle.
one directing traffic.
And he's got no backup lights on.
And there's 30 cars behind me.
Yeah. Well, what's his beep 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 situation? Usually they're beep beep beeping on a
He's
backup.
not a beep beep in sight
That's just
or
that's
sound.
Not your fault.
And maybe he was beep beeping, but I was blasting Carly Rae Jepsen, so you can't. No, it wasn't. He wasn't. He wasn't
I was
beeping.
about to say
But-
you were hitting a drum solo.
I'm in there going, man. I don't think drummers have it very hard. I think it's probably the easiest job. He gets all the way to my car, and I'm like, no, I'm in the right here.
Yeah.
And I roll my window down, and I
Yes.
go, he goes, back the fuck up, and I go, hey, I will, but no one's directing traffic. I had no fucking clue that he was pulling back in, and the guy goes, what? And I go, you have to have these two guys are just sitting there doing nothing. Tell them to block traffic if you have to pull back in. I have to get to the other side, just like everyone behind me.
Yes.
And no one's telling anyone to do anything. And he
Yes.
goes, all right, yeah, okay. I'll go tell him to back up. And I was like, yeah.
Were you like playing it cool, and then right when the window
Dude.
finally rolled back up, you're like, fuck yes, yes,
I was like, whoa.
that's what I'm talking about.
And it was
Well, that's a
such-
huge win.
Dude, it was such a win because this guy was like so mad. And then I think, you know what helped was actually calling out because he went and yelled at the two other guys.
Huge.
They were sitting by the gate, not doing shit.
They're just sitting there going, can you believe this pile of sand?
This. Can you believe we get to work here? I mean, how lucky.
I mean,
are
how
we?
lucky are we?
Life's a beach. I'm just playing in the sand.
They go, wait, who is that? And they go, Kendrick. And they go, yeah, I love Kendrick.
Yeah, it's Lil Wayne, isn't it?
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Love Kendrick. Something.
Can you believe
Was that
this
Kendrick
is
on
our
the Carter
job?
3? Yeah, I think it was. Oh man, it was so. So then he goes and yells at them, and then he gets the whole. Because I actually couldn't back up. There's a bunch of cars behind me. Now he gets them to all back up, and then he said then we did have to wait for like 20 minutes. It sucked. So the guy to get back in. Truck driver looks at me like I'm an idiot, and I was like, oh, just you wait. The other guy's gonna bail me out. And then he pulls all the way in. Guy waves me through, and he goes, sorry about that.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, look
Yes.
at this. I go, all good, man. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, if I backed down, I think he would have made me feel like a real bitch.
Oh, he'd have eaten your lunch. You know what that's called, Tom?
Standing up for myself.
It's growth.
It is growth. And it was a huge confidence boost going into the auto shop.
Sure.
Because that was my next stop.
You're like,
2
I
blocks
fucking
down.
dare- Well, they saw you do that, and they go, guys, no.
He's not fucking
No,
around.
he's not going to put up with that.
The guy in the Springsteen shirt, he means business. Kind of ironically dressed poorly. Yeah, he's serious.
No, give him a real diagnosis. This guy's like, hey, how you doing, sir? Welcome in. Come on in, man.
They both take a knee.
Is that you in the Mazda 6?
But then these guys, they were just cool. They go, I'm like, my car's making a rattling, and I'm scared about it, and I don't know what it is, and also I could use an oil change. And he goes, the oil change will be quick. We'll have you in and out. You want to pop back in the car? We'll drive around and show me what you mean? I was like, yeah, love that.
Oh, he jumped in?
He jumped in. We drive around for a second. It was chat. We're just chatting.
Was he
Queens.
Like all oily?
No, he wasn't gross. This was the desk guy.
Oh, okay.
He's front desk.
I don't know if I would love
front
that.
desk. Yeah, he's just this guy.
You're like, I don't know, man.
He's like rubbing the
you're literally
desk.
covered in oil and grease.
Do you have any paper towels in here?
Yeah, I'm all.
Not
I didn't even
the
think about
seats.
this. So boy, I really fucked up your car here.
It's gonna cost you.
Yeah, it'd be about $1,200 for a new chair.
But he goes, he's like, all right, I'll get in there. I can hear it. And then he gets in there. I went on that trip to the mountains a couple weeks ago. Bunch of gravel in my pipes.
Oh,
they
that tracks.
pulled out a rock like this big.
That tracks. How does it get in there?
And he comes back in just to update me. He goes, I had no idea how it got into your girder pipe.
Girder.
He goes, you got a rock twice the size of a golf ball in there. And I've never seen anything like it before. And I go, oh, shit, it's going to be hard to get out. He goes, yeah, we're going to have to figure a way to break it out, but we'll get it. And he goes back out there. It was like a little kid like running in to tell his mom he touched the rim. It was so funny.
He's like kind of out of breath.
Yeah, dude, he was like pumped.
Hey, you should see this rock we found in there.
Big rock.
Oh, no, I got it in there, boy.
Dude, then
we're going to get it out.
They broke it up,
Love
a way to break it up, get it out. He brings me a piece of the rock. I got a rock in
I was going to say,
the
they give it to you in a little vial.
Yeah, he was like...
It's like when they get out a kidney stone.
He's like,
a Cardney stone?
And I was like, nice. A Cardney stone.
Come on,
Damn
Tom.
it. I've walked right over that. Fuck.
Cardney
Can
stone
we take
is
that
big.
again? He goes, check this out.
What is that, a Cardney stone?
Damn, did that hurt when you passed it?
It comes out of your tailpipe?
When you gassed it. Shit. I gassed a Cardney stone. It was in that one of those pipes underneath. And boy, were they so excited to tell me about it. 3 different mechanics talked to me about it.
About how big the rock was?
They were like, dude, how did you get that up there? I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know, guys. I don't know how a random
I
rock
didn't put it up there.
got into my Fluden
They
pipe.
were talking to me like, you know, when like someone goes to the doctor because they get something stuck up their ass?
Right.
And they're like, we have no idea how it got up there.
know,
I'm like,
no,
I don't
no.
have a suspicious thing with the rock.
Yeah, it's like, it's not in my asshole.
Yeah.
It's in my car.
And I am also wondering how it got in there.
That is so I love that they were pumped. You love it when somebody likes their job.
Dude, and then they were in there. He was under the car, wrench, fucking drill, trying to drill through it. Like, they were working for an hour and a half.
So I guess the thing was just lodged in there, just...
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was only when I would go over a bump or whatever. And they charged me, the oil change and everything was going to be $80.
Not bad.
To get the rock out, added $20. Charged me $100. I was like, I'll kiss you on the mouth.
I mean, that's incredible.
My Mazda dealership in LA, when I would get my oil change,
$1,200.
$280, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go to the dealership.
I think you got a crazy big eye boogie right now. That's a big one.
No, what is that? It's like a big rock. How'd I get a big rock?
We got to break
in
that
there?
up to get that out of there.
Look, it's like
Is it really?
No, it's like a piece of like lint.
Oh, it's lint.
I got a lint thing.
I was
going
like,
on.
are you like oozing?
You good, man?
It was right in
You
line.
got like a huge. If that was a bug, that would have been a huge bug.
You got like a sty or something.
Well, I have been like, I don't know if you've been noticed. I've been seeing like, I thought there was like a. There's like some like light that's been
It was-
like right over here, and I think it was that.
a piece of my pillow
Yeah.
floating in front of your eye. Oh,
I have been
my
kind of
God.
like, is there, you know, when you're like, I guess it's like an angel that's next to me. I'm obviously seeing something that's not in this dimension.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about this for the past 30 minutes.
Tom clearly doesn't see it.
Yeah, no, I'm totally fine, Tom. There's definitely not a third guy on this pod right
keep
now.
talking about the fucking.
I've been
auto
kind
shop.
of panicking here for a little
Wow,
bit.
that's really funny. Sorry, I
Anyways,
didn't call it out earlier. I
No,
didn't
it's
notice
all
it.
good. It's been scaring the fucking shit. I mean, well, I'm glad we got the damn
God.
rock out of your tailpipe.
Got the rock out of the pipe, and now we're gonna
Shout out to the what? Do you remember the name of the shop?
Key Auto.
Key
in
Auto.
Greenpoint. Bruce.
In Greenpoint.
Bruce at Key Auto is.
Go see the boys over there. They'll clean your pipes out real nice.
Yeah, he did ask me if I had an Asian car in a way that I was like, all right.
You got one of those Orientals?
Yeah,
And you're like,
and I was
what?
like, oh, it's a
What-
Mazda.
it's a
Let's
Mazda.
say Mazda.
Yeah, it's a Mazda.
He goes, yeah, well, we just haven't Because they have like a department.
The Asian department? What? That's weird.
They service different. Well, because you can't take some foreign cars to just any.
Yeah, but
auto
usually
shop.
those are like BMW. It's usually like German cars.
No, dude, the Mazda is kind of.
I thought like the Corollas, the Toyotas were pretty universally loved by mechanics.
No, only certain mechanics can take rocks out of Asian cars. You should know that by now.
Honestly, kind of a huge L for me. I should have known
Oh my
that.
God.
Well, Tom, let's put a bow on this motherfucker.
Yeah, we're done. Oh, I think that was good, you guys. Tell us in a comment, please, whether or not it was on youtube.com/roommates-in-law.
Oh, and I gotta give a sweet and delicious little shout out to all of our roommates. I mean, the Spotify reviews have been steadily going up.
I will say this.
It warms my heart every time I see it go up. I say, "Hey, thanks, roommate out there," and then it makes Tom angry.
Well, it makes me angry because I'm not seeing. If you're doing that, if you've left a review on Spotify, I love you. That's
Love it.
great.
Thank you.
If you've left a review on Spotify and you haven't subscribed on YouTube,
Angry.
then
Well, how dare you?
I hope you get a rock in your tailpipe.
Damn.
I'm mad at you, and I hope I never see you in Vegas because honestly, that is where you can help us the most is YouTube.com.
Is YouTube.com. Look, Spotify is just for...
It's for Tim.
It's just a little something that warms my heart.
It's better help for Tim.
And then YouTube is where we need it the most.
That's show me the money.
Show me the mentees. We need it so bad.
And we need you also in time for plugs. I'll be in Tyler, Texas next Thursday, Dallas, Texas next Friday and Saturday at Dallas Comedy Club. I'm very excited for that. That's a very fun place. Come on out. Send me your Dallas people. It'll be a good show. Got my former roommate from L.A., Brett Dodenhoff, hitting the Feach button. Very excited to reconnect with the King.
Kind of a fun last name.
And then Brett the Lorax on Instagram. I don't know why I'm plugging his Instagram.
Dodenhoff.
And then Tulsa, Oklahoma, Austin, Texas, Houston, Texas, Minneapolis, Charlotte, D.C., Portland. Come on out. Timmy,
You think
where
for
gonna be?
Dodenhoff, if he's having a bad set, everyone's like, I'm kind of dozing off.
Damn, Dodenhoff is really making me dozing off.
Man, no,
I'm
Dodenhoff
just
had a fun one, but
I'm dozing off.
I'm kind of dozing
Kinda
off.
dozing
right
off right now.
Now. That's kind of a
Damn, that's
fun
pretty
riff,
good.
right?
Yeah. If he's doing bad, I'll just yell it.
I'm dozing off.
Hey, I'm dozing off.
Does he go by Brett the Lorax on stage?
No.
Oh, he goes by Dodenhoff?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, it's kind of a fun riff.
Yeah. Dozing off is really good.
I hope he has a really bad set so you can pull that
There's
one out.
no way he hasn't heard that before, right?
I don't know. I'm kind of an innovator.
Yeah, true.
Folks,
I fuck it up. I go, I am bored. Ah, fuck.
Yeah, I'm kind of dozing off. He's like,
No,
"That's
wait, no,
just
it's-
my name.
It's got to be.
Give it up for Brett dozing off. Give it up for I'm dozing off over here. He's like, what is this intro?
I'm 5 riffs in.
Taking it right.
Crowd is like, what?
What is this?
Come on, man.
He kind of bombs
You
just on
already
the back
did
of
this
your
with Tim
terrible
on the
riff.
pod.
Folks, the only thing I give a fucking shit about is New Orleans, Louisiana.
July 26th.
6th. And boy, do we have a buttload of comedians that are going to be on these shows.
At
We got
Sprit Street.
Spirich Drunk. We got Touche. We got a 7 and a 9er. And I'm probably going to have like 5 or 6 comics on each.
Some would say.
Some from New York, some from Chicago. They're all going to be a damn hoot. Get a ticket at spiritstrength.com in New Orleans.
Deal.
Love you. Bye.
Love you.
He married my sister, now we're living together. We're